Live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri, he is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
The KSM Show.
Hello. We're here once again. And before we go on, we'd like to acknowledge Vanguard Assurance and Pashioneer. They have been proudly associated with the KSM Show. You guys remember me, don't you? Today, my brother, some things have come. And my ladylike things too have come. Because I have like this lady on my show today that I am not so privileged to have. Her name is Clara, and she makes clothes. She's a designer, and she's done like a lot of exciting things. So we're gonna have her on the show today. I want her to tell me all about it. So let me keep my mouth shut now and invite Madame Clara Pinkrah Sam to the show. Madame Clara. Hello. Let's do the COVID handshake. How are you? And you look divine.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you very much.
Do sit down, madame.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll go for a commercial break and we'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
You can enjoy your coffee at home and in your car. So, why insure just your car? Introducing Homeprehensive, a single insurance policy for both your car and home. Get Homeprehensive from Vanguard, because when it comes to insuring your car and home, for boom preko.
The KSM Show.
Nipa nkasa wo wiase a say wa ultimi hu capabilities. What's that say? You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Na nyama bi wo ha wanye den wan fa ho ankan koji. Na da no guy bi ye video bi a o say yi Russia for no me mema o mumra. Eh, wo mumra he. Na Ghana ha de so mo ba say omo be hie nyina kra no masan edua eburo wo yeso. The Ghana kra be confirm. Okay. Tintokwa de wo kan no wa hye. O se ase. Because me say ntokwa bi wo ha me nka. Asante phone tokwa. And crime phone tokwa. And akata African American. Santokwa me ensano. Hey, boy. Dem me patrol kra no mapem baby afa cause nya ade a me wini me so me se makwa ade pa me ready. And me nyan start. Who's asante phone man no oja. No mo timi puti some expressions be together. You wonder say na we so ye den kwa no dwen ho. So bit me di obi attempt say ne ni mo tenten so wo dem. Hey, yeah, just so wo dem ko ye dem wo. Say obi life aye basa say aponchi a wati chain wo mosi zongo. Oh. Now say crying for so dey. Eh I say dey ni eh no mo pray no e huri. No mo tie mu shame. Oh shame. Oya o si kwa yoko. O si bo ni oji ekpo ni o changer. Ni oji ekpo ni o changer ka wi kwa. Eh no. Wo eji no ko beti yi no mo ni tutu from. Eh me so. Chimi de a men ko kan. Fanti fonto kwa na ya na asem se be no mu be emre kakra. Ono obi kwa atimi o say, "Oh, go back. One more tazi cry is so stinky. I want to so stinky. In your personal hygiene." Eh, yes. Bro, you ntokwa ni nyina just walk to school and san what TBS. Na akata. Eh, see akata African American tokwa. Omo ntokwa no mu kunyina no omo bo omo sem no omo ye de bia so obi aje obi boy. Yeah, we can hard. Now why you all up in Tyrone business? Why you all up in Tyrone business? You know he ain't your man. You know Tyrone ain't your man. Why you up in his business? Why you up in Tyrone business? You know he ain't your man. Go find your own man. Oh my God. Did you just call me a gold digger? Oh my God, you don't know what you up against. Oh no, it's about to go down. It's surely about to go down. Calling me a gold digger. All right, I'm a gold digger. What you did? What you did? You best go find your own gold. Tyra on my own gold. Calling me a gold digger. You don't know what's about to go down. Calling me a gold digger. It's about to go down here. Who you calling a gold digger? Who you calling a gold digger? It's about to go down right now up in this.
And we're back. We're back. Madam Clara. Do you know my grandmother was Clara?
Oh,
Yeah, so my family have plenty Claras.
interesting.
So today I'm privileged to be interviewing. No, actually, my great grandmother
Okay.
was Clara, and you're also Clara.
So you can call me Granny.
Great granny. Hey, you are too posh to be called granny.
Oh, I love it.
Oh no. But you have done a lot of things apart from what you do, and you look divine again.
Thank you.
You look divine, and I know you're wearing something that you made, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey, Charlie, people have talent too. Okay,
Thank you.
but so Clara Pinkrah Sam, where's that name from?
Yes, Pinkrah is my dad's name. Sam was
Okay.
someone I was married to. So
Okay, so Pinkrah is from where?
from Asin Institute, Central Region.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't heard the name before, so I like, hey, Pinkrah. People have some posh names too. Okay, interesting. We will go to Clara the designer, but I want us to go to Clara before Clara the designer. I know you've done a lot of things.
Right.
You have some IT background, you have some pharmacy background. So tell us about that. Which one is first, the IT or the pharmacy?
Pharmacy first.
Pharmacy.
Yes.
So let's go into that.
Well,
So
thank
that's what
you.
you always wanted to do, to be a pharmacist?
Not necessarily.
so
I
how
would
did
say
that
that
start?
happened accidentally. But first of all, thank you for having me. And yes, I'm Clara Pinkrah Sam.
Right.
I grew up in Cape Coast.
Oh,
I
okay.
went to Holy Child 1 to Upper 6.
Hey,
Yes.
you're Hosa.
Hobson.
Hobson. Oh,
Yes.
so you're a proud
I'm
Hobson.
full-blooded, proud Hobson. Shout out to all Hobsons.
I'm sure they will go be excited.
Yes.
Okay.
And back in the days,
Mm-hmm.
if you were considered a little bit intelligent, as in if you were excelling in the
Okay.
physics, chemistry,
So
biology.
you're a science student.
Yes.
Hey, you don't look like a
Automatic.
science student.
No, I've never looked like one. You know,
Okay.
you were automatically encouraged to pick up science.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I read science. I think beside being good in the sciences,
Right.
there were other factors that also pushed me into that area.
Okay,
And
which would
it
be?
includes my big sister read
Okay.
science and she's an engineer. She was
Oh.
more like a role model and a mom to me. So
Okay.
looking up to her, I
wanted
was
to do her
oriented to the
line.
sciences.
Okay.
And my dad also had a couple of pharmacy shops. So
Oh, okay.
being the last one, daddy's girl. So these were the things that really pushed me into that area.
Okay.
So after sixth form in Holy Child, at that time you could afford to buy admission forms from all the three universities then. I mean, three major
Okay,
universities.
okay.
That is KNUST, Legon,
Legon,
and Kivas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got admission to all of them.
Hey.
Yes.
Shut.
And
Okay.
then I went to Tech because my sister read engineering and she
She
went to Tech.
and your role model went to Tech. So
Exactly. So
why not?
I went to Tech, read pharmacy. It was a good time in Tech. I
Okay.
learned so much in Tech, but I was not the ideal science or pharmacy girl. Things like, in our faculty, you were not allowed to wear trousers. I mean, I
Hey.
was breaking all those rules. Not intentionally, but just like, there's nothing wrong with wearing,
Exactly.
and those were the days.
So if you're studying pharmacy, you can't wear trousers.
Yeah, I mean, there were certain things that were
Hey,
expected
why?
of medical
Studying to be a
students, pharmacy students,
Okay.
There were certain things, that some ethics that,
Okay.
but it really, at that time, for me, I didn't think it really mattered, So I
You were not
remember,
compliant.
yes, I was in Africa Hall, and at that time, I remember most of my friends were social science students because those were the ones you could club with. Pharmacies and then the medical students or those reading biological science, they
They
don't
have
have
too much
time.
to study.
Absolutely. We're very serious, you know,
Right.
exactly. So, well, I even won Miss Africa in Africa
Hey,
Hall.
okay.
Let me give a shout out to Constance Swaneker of, you know, I've forgotten her institution, but she's doing amazing
Hi,
work.
Constance
Yes.
Swaneker.
Constance was our hall president then, you
Okay,
know,
okay.
yes. And I remember one of my lecturers, she was the hall tutor of Africa Hall.
Okay.
And I was so non-pharmacy compliant that she started to intentionally fail me. So
Wow.
strategically, I left Africa Hall to Indies because I didn't want her to be seeing whatever I wanted to. I mean,
Exactly.
or just be out of her sight and just be seeing me at lectures anyway. So eventually, I left Africa Hall to Indies Hall.
Oh.
Yes, Independence Hall. Yeah,
To be free.
just to be free, just to be able to live my
I
life.
know, right?
Yes. So I finished pharmacy and in the year 2000.
Okay.
In between, while I was in tech, we had opportunity to be traveling to London and you know, working, making money here and there. So we got exposed to money a little bit early.
Okay.
You know, at least you go and work, you save, shop, and it's not like these days that when you see someone a bean to, you can actually tell. Those days, if you're wearing jeans and it wasn't from Wrangler in Osu, it better have been something they brought to you or you bought it yourself.
Exactly.
Other than that, it has to be a Togo jeans, which we knew how it looked,
knew how it looked like,
and
yes,
even the
exactly.
smell and all of that. You know, I mean, these days someone doesn't have a passport, but you can.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah,
tell
yeah,
that a
yeah.
person.
You know.
You know, I mean, internet. We can all search and you know
I
make.
mean, you can just be here and get whatever you want.
Absolutely, and if you are coming and you don't come well too, you will go back. You know, so those were the days. I mean, there were some CDs. I mean, you wouldn't even get the song to play. I mean, internet was not, you know.
No.
Yes,
no.
so
Everything was CD or because most me like this,
Exactly.
I used to listen and write.
exactly, you know. So as a bean to, you buy your jeans, your spaghetti tops, your certain things, you know, for school, and then you have at
Exactly.
least money for your next tickets and all of that. And we were
come
so
back.
young that we used to even pray for tail strike, you know, because even if it's a 2-week strike, you run and go and do
You
some.
can go and do some
I'm
quick-
telling you.
Oh my
you know,
God.
And because of my pharmacy background, I could work as a nursing aide in hospitals.
Okay,
And
okay.
I remember one time they
And
needed.
this was in London.
This was in London,
Okay.
yes. I remember one time my agency needed an emergency nurse. Oh, and they signed me on. I went perfectly in the theater. Hey, you know, could do things. And interestingly,
nice.
you know, in London there was something called week in hand.
Okay.
If you work the first week, you are not paid. The second week, then they start to pay
Pay
you.
you.
Yes. So I mean, it's also to sort of commit you so that you
Yeah,
don't
yeah, so that you don't just
suddenly
leave right after.
the job. So, and for us, you know, the longest you would have been there would be 3 months. And
Yes,
sometimes, yes, that's the
exactly.
longest.
Just
So
for
when you
summer.
know it's time for you to come back, suddenly a parent would have to die. Either your mother or father will have to die for them to release your 1 week to you.
Exactly.
So I remember telling my mother, you know how many times you have died in London. And you know,
Every quarter you die, you.
I'm telling you. And the fact is, when you are going to announce, you know, for your money to be released, you should cry. And
yeah.
before you realize, before they give you your check or your money, they would have added flowers and things. And you be cursing them in your head. God forbid, my mother won't die. Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
Yeah, so anyway, so we used to do that. And those were the days before 9/11. And to tell you what, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
the
yeah.
embassies even knew that we were students and some of our things were not correct, but they knew we'll come back and all of that.
Exactly.
So together with some of my mates, the guys, you know, the big guys like Divine and stuff, we started to coach people
Okay.
on how to get visa,
Hey.
invitation. And so right from school, there's been some
I
degree
see.
of entrepreneurship.
Exactly.
And I remember later on having to take, you know what we call Cooper, or we used to still call Cooper chains, and yes. So I remember taking some to London, and you know
To
the
sell.
Yes, to
Hey.
sell. Dibia shisha me comb ne masum ne me you know, well adorned.
Warriors,
And then
yeah.
I go to the barbering shops, you know, where the Ashwidimfo
Yeah,
Jamaicans.
exactly.
Oh, sometimes
sell.
it gets finished, and I have to let them, you know,
Hey.
FedEx some. So I started like, you know, trying
Okay.
to make money here, and I think those
So
were
you've
just
always been like, you know, that entrepreneurial
exactly,
person.
exactly. I mean, looking back, you know, I realized that it was exciting. It came effortlessly,
Right. You didn't have to.
yes, and all of that. So yes, doing that and then reading pharmacy. So eventually, I finished pharmacy. When I finished pharmacy, I went to America.
Okay.
Yes.
So you
And,
didn't do anything in Ghana. You just finished and
Yes, when I finished
Okay.
the degree.
Right.
In pharmacy, it's a profession that you need to write. After your degree, you need to write a professional exams.
oh, okay.
Yes, before you can
I
start
didn't even know that.
practicing. That's okay. You know, so finishing the degree doesn't make you a practicing
Pharmacist.
You
Okay.
have a degree in pharmacy, which at our time, I don't know now, after 2 years, if you don't write your professional exams, you lose the degree.
Wow.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. So I left from after my degree. I went to London. My first time in America, I left London to America.
To America. Okay.
And then when I got to America, tell you what, I said, Afina, Honestly, I remember this friend of mine said, America means Emrena Akano. You know, it was so interesting.
God.
I remember, I mean, I have cousins who are Brits,
Right.
and I have cousins who are Americans. And you know, the typical London one, I mean, if you have your council flats, if it's a 2-bedroom, you rent some. I mean, everything is small in London.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
just, I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't drive in London.
Oh, no, no,
You know,
no, no.
catching a bus. And then if you had this small, that was then, you know, if you had this small, triple pre-owned car, you know, it's a big deal. I mean, you know, yes. So I went to America for the first time, and my cousins there were driving trucks,
Big cars.
financial analysts. They had same age as the Brits ones.
The same ones.
They had bought their houses, of course, not fully paid.
Yeah, but I mean.
I saw the dream of what in my eyes. I felt like this is it. So to
Right.
be honest with you, my suitcase that I left in London, I never went back for it. Oh, the other I call it. I feel no bag with you. So in fact, my cousins, where I left the suitcase, they eventually also came to America anyway. And in fact, there were no valuables in it for. You know, it didn't matter. Me losing that.
Yeah,
it didn't matter.
suitcase, it didn't
Exactly.
family.
So when I arrived in America, I knew that this is it.
This is it. This is the life.
This is it, and this is where I wanted to be.
Okay.
And I still had it at the back of my mind that there's no way that my profession is going to go waste.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
I had
Because-
2 years to come back and write my professional exams.
Oh, so you had to write it in Ghana?
Yes, you need to
Oh,
be in
okay.
Ghana because not just come and write the exams. Before the exams, you have to do community practice and hospital practice.
Okay.
Yes, so it's the whole time that you
Right,
need to
you
spend
need
and
to
then
spend and do
write an exam and pass, and then you get a number. Every pharmacist has a
Has a
number,
number.
exactly.
Okay.
You know, attached to it. Interestingly, in America, that was the time that internet, you know, IT
Right.
was on and all of that.
Okay.
But writing my thesis in tech, someone had to type for me. The reasons was I didn't have a computer or
Okay.
a laptop, and I didn't even have the skills to type.
To type.
Even the computer science students then, most of them
Didn't-
had not seen computers before.
Wow.
So if me, I mean,
In-
just
in
my thesis,
university. Yeah,
exactly,
that's it.
those days. You know, so when I got to America and I knew that I wanted to do something else, I wanted to go into the IT area. So I
Right.
got myself a Gateway computer. Gateway is not even in existence anymore. Those were the days. I got myself a Gateway laptop. And those were the days of dial tone, when you have to unplug the cord
that's
from
true.
the phone and then, you know, attach it before.
I
It
think
wasn't,
I
there was,
remember
wireless was not involved.
Yeah. Oh no no.
Yes,
no,
it's
no.
been a while.
So this is like after 2000, just
yes,
the beginning. Okay.
Yes. So like 2001,
Okay.
you know. And so, and I kept searching, and then also, you know, America, how they would advertise opportunities in terms of, you know, like paralegal, they
Okay,
would announce
okay.
it and all of that. I chanced on what we call medical transcription,
Okay.
and it was quite interesting.
Tell me about it.
Yes, a medical transcriptionist It's a profession in the medical field.
Right.
What medical transcriptionists do is they transcribe patient's information that has been dictated by doctors. Let me give you the background. In America, doctors were being sued a lot for various reasons, including operating on the wrong side of a patient. Like, for instance, if the left leg, they did the right leg.
Okay.
Or operating on me instead of you, or giving the wrong medication because of their handwriting. You see, if I write A, I don't know whether it's a curse or what.
Ask you that later, but let's go.
You know, so it became critical that instead of you, a doctor, seeing a patient and just writing all the information, why don't you take a PDA, a device? So these days it could be a phone, because now our phones are so advanced that you can record.
You do everything with it.
Exactly. So I met Miss Anima today. She's a blah blah. She's blah 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 blah. All of that information, and after she hits, he or she, the doctor will hit a send, and it's saved on a server.
Oh.
So what a medical transcriptionist does is you listen to that and type. Remember, if I
like
type,
they do in a court.
yes,
Similar. Okay.
absolutely. So that's legal transcription.
Okay.
Yes. So this is medical,
Medical.
transcription.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
You
Got
see,
it,
you're so
got it.
smart. Yeah. So
I know,
basically, so basically that is it. Because if you pick a transcribed medical report, it's correct. It's not
Yes.
like I have written it, you have
I
written,
have
because
written
my
it.
A is different from
It's
your
just what
A.
you're saying. That's
Exactly, that
put
has
out.
been written.
Okay.
The advantage for me in entering into that field was my medical background.
Oh,
You know, it's because you need to understand the terminologies. You need to understand the accents around
Exactly.
it. Whether it's an Indian doctor, whether it's an American doctor, whether, you know, any other doctor, you need to understand what they are saying. Then you must understand the environment. For instance, if he says, you know, I met Miss Anima, she came to see the cardiologist for the, immediately you must know that it's a heart issue.
Okay.
So you tune your mind towards there to listen to the terminologies that are coming.
Okay.
Yes, if he said he saw the oncologist at this time, you must know that the
No,
patient is
exactly.
looking for,
Okay.
is around cancer. Yes. So my medical, as in
So
my
your
pharmacy
background,
background, was great in doing this. All I needed to do was to catch up with my speed of typing.
Typing.
So I got Mavis Bacon. Was a software. I don't know whether they still use it.
Yeah. I
Yes.
think it's still there. Yes.
Right. So I learned typing and I started medical transcription. Started to learn, you know. So I went very far to the level that later years, even when I was in Ghana, you know, I was transcribing work that has been sent from America to India.
Really?
Indians will transcribe and I will proofread before I send it.
Wow.
Before I finally send it to American doctors and all of that.
Okay.
And those were the years of outsourcing. You know, where if you have an issue, you know, someone, if you call on your credit card issue, you could hear typical
Yeah,
Indian talking and saying, hello, my name is Michael, and how is the weather in California? Exactly, you just know that those were the days. I mean, so with the speed and then knowing the environment, my medical background, I was able to excel in medical transcription.
So that's how you did. You got the IT background then.
So I'll get there, because I officially went for masters in IT.
Really?
Oh, yes. I mean, you get to a time you need to, you know, as it were, substantiate what you've been given.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, whether certificate to back it. It's not just, yes. Other than that, I mean, there are kids who can operate frogs and stuff like that. Then we could call them doctors. You know, you should. You know, yes. I mean, dissecting and yes. But at a point, you need to get a formal to attach, especially if it's a medical. I mean, there are certain areas or certain professions, you know, error needs to be minimized.
I see.
And those include the medical field. You
I'll
can't.
hold you off right there. The conversation is getting interesting. But we need to go for a commercial break and we'll be right back. Have you been on Passionaire? I've been on Passionaire. And you should try Passionaire. Now, you know what? Passionaire is doing a promo called Take Two promo. So what happens is you buy 2 tickets to any of their destinations and you get 10% discount on the second one. Isn't that cool? I mean, like, seriously, how cool is that? Passionaire, apart from this beautiful promo, they also offer courier services to all their destinations nationwide. Now, for more information on this, just call your toll-free number 0800 221 221 and they will tell you about all the amazing deals. Fly Passionaire. I have.
I am Solomon Amo Bedu, the head of retail for Vanguard Assurance. Vanguard Assurance, being the first private indigenous insurance company in Ghana, has been a pace setter in this industry when it comes to innovation. And we have done our thing once more by bringing out an innovative product called Comprehensive Insurance. And this is an insurance policy that provides an opportunity to bring your vehicle and your home together as a single policy. So this policy provides cover for your home and your vehicle. We don't want you to lose hope in an event of an eventuality. So anytime you are thinking of protecting your assets, think of Comprehensive. Vanguard Assurance, we always stand by you.
You can freshen up at home and in your car. So, why insure just your car? Introducing Comprehensive, a single insurance policy for both your car and home. Get Comprehensive from Vanguard, because when it comes to insuring your car and home, boom preko.
The KSM Show.
We're back. It's getting so interesting. This woman has too much. Hey,
Debut.
okay, so let's quickly run through. So you did the medical transcription.
Yes.
And then from Ghana.
When I finished medical transcription, I moved on into data entry, and I did call center management as well.
Hey.
You know,
So
they just
what happened
added
to
it to
pharmacy?
it. Then I came back. This was all within the 2 years that I had.
Okay.
So by the time I left America and came to Ghana, my mates were already pharmacists and practicing.
Wow.
But then I joined my juniors who were 2 years behind me to do my professional exams.
Okay.
So I got to be a certified
Pharmacist.
pharmacist to practice in Ghana
Okay.
when I was a call center manager, data entry manager, and a medical transcriptionist.
Wow. Did you ever practice pharmacy?
Oh yes, I still practice pharmacy.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I mean, I think that you understand. I mean, all the skills that I acquire over the years, and I think for everyone, most of them, you may not use it immediately, but it cut across. And I think for pharmacy, it's just a prestigious profession that for 4 good years, I know what I went through on that.
Hey.
I mean, you can't throw it away. I mean,
That's
it's
6 actually.
worth
Then
it.
you come and
Yes.
do, okay, so after 2 years, you come and do.
Yes. I mean, you had
Wow.
2 years to do. So your degree, and then you do
So
your
you did
service and
pharmacy, then you did this.
medical transcription, call center management, and then data entry management.
And then
so I
you
came to
did
Ghana.
a master's in IT.
Yes. So
In Ghana?
No, in Denmark, at Aalborg University.
Hey. my man. Hold on, my nigga. Yeah, my man.
So
that's
you know,
really good.
at the time that I came to Ghana, those were the times where business process outsourcing was booming, and the Indians had taken so much advantage of it, and it was creating jobs.
Right.
And at that time, I remember President Kufuor was in power, and then job creation, as it is now, has always been an issue for our
Yeah,
youth and all
yeah.
of that. Yes. So we needed to look at the long-hanging parts. For instance, call center. It's not difficult. An average Ghanaian who has finished school can speak good English, clear enough for
Exactly.
a foreigner to understand, and then if you can type and all of those things. So yes, I was recruited to start to train people
Oh.
in that area, and then
Okay.
the project, because it's IT, falls under the Ministry of Communication. At that time, Honorable Kandapa was the Minister of Communication. That's the now Interior Minister,
Yeah.
or I think National Security Minister. Yes, was the minister then, and so the project started under UNDP, and then eventually it evolved into the e-Ghana project under the World Bank,
Hey.
and then it evolved into the e-Transform under the World Bank. So
Oh.
exactly.
So you worked at the World Bank.
Oh yes, and interestingly, KSM's wife, Auntie
Auntie
Mavis,
Mavis.
has been my mentor. I mean, she's one of the greatest pillars in my life. Yeah, she's been wonderful to me.
Okay.
Yeah, she really coached me because she has been in the World Bank, and she
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
based in Washington, and she happened to be our tax team leader on most of the
Okay.
projects. She's done wonderful for Ghana. I mean, let's give her a hand.
Give it up, give it up.
So yes, I got to be mentored by individuals like her.
Okay.
It was great. So worked under President Kufuor, President Mills, President Mahama,
Hey.
Nana Akufo-Addo, and then
Tell them
eventually.
big woman
and,
crowd.
Oh, no. We've done so much. If you know about our Accra Digital Center,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
baby. I mean, there's so
okay.
many things. I mean, you know, at a point forming the Ghana Association of Software and IT Services, we used to call it GASCOM because Indians have what we call NASCOM. I had to be, yes, act as the CEO for a while, putting all the indigenous and even giant foreign IT companies together, and we've done so much. We've done so much. Yeah, we've done a lot.
I'm really impressed.
Yes, thank you.
Really impressed. So now, I mean, look at all the big things you are mentioning, the big names, the big places, the big positions. And now you have let me say, I don't want to say another company,
Right.
which is totally away from everything that we are discussing now. And you're making all these fabulous dresses.
Yes.
Like what you have on now.
Yes.
That's one too. Where did it come from?
I think that people who know me have always said I love fashion.
Right.
I didn't even know. I think if you love fashions, at a point you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know, like they tell you, hey,
people keep telling you, you don't
exactly,
really know.
exactly, because
Okay.
it comes naturally. You putting things together and all
That's
of that.
why you could not conform.
So, you know, it's just my ability to turn around. If I have a piece of cloth or leather, I can just twist it around to do something.
And how long have you had this? It's always been you?
It's always been there, but I never used to. You see, I was so centered on the formal things,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
But then when it comes to my dressing, I could
Always put
do
things
something.
together.
Even if I buy something from a shop, I could redesign it. So yes, you know, in a way, I
That
mean,
kind of
twist it,
person.
or the way I will wear it. It's not the ideal way. I mean, I had it. It's always been with me. But along the line, you know, I had a son who is now 9,
Okay.
and so I knew that the normal 8 to
Yeah.
5 and the regular traveling
wouldn't help
outside of
him.
Ghana, and even in Ghana going for girls in ICT doing this
Okay,
coding,
okay.
all of I wouldn't be able to because I needed to be there for
You
my
need time
son
for
too.
your son.
And
That's
yes, so you want to come out with something that would, you know,
good. You know,
as it were, satisfying and innovative and something that, yes. So, yes, then Clatural was born. I'm so passionate about my brand that it's named after me, Clara
Clara.
and culture. So it's Clatural.
class.
Yes.
So when did we actually start Clatural? In what year?
Clatural is officially 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
But, yes, but I
Been around
started
for a
it
while.
6 years ago, actually.
Okay.
Yes, but you know, got it registered because
Okay.
the first year is like you just want to test.
Yeah,
yes,
test and see.
Exactly. And what I used to do was basically, I've always worn me. I wear my brand every day. If you ever see me, I'm always wearing Clatural. I mean, that's it. I'm a walking billboard of my brand. Yes,
And it's beautiful.
Thank you. So, you know, being in corporate when I started, that was how I used to sell. Because people would say, oh, Clara, this
okay.
is beautiful. Where did you get it? And so I make that. Oh, you're kidding me. Then I'll open my Facebook page because I started to build a page. Oh, really? Oh, I want 2 of them. I want. So, you know,
So
that
that's
is
how-
how I started. And then eventually, you know, I had to take it up on full-time basis. I wanted something that is outstanding, something that is unique, something that when you see, just like the Gucci's, Balmain, you know that this is Clatural.
Yeah.
I didn't want that you would have to look at the label in an outfit
that you
before
want
you
some
can say
signature,
Clatural.
yeah.
Yes, so this, as you can see, this is the mesh and it's our
Yeah, I
signature
was
design.
going to go that.
Yes.
I mean, say that. So the mesh is the design.
Yes, that's our signature design. It runs through all Clatural outfits.
Wow.
So anytime you say this, know that it's Clatural. Anywhere in the world.
But this is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, time, fabric, everything, detailing. It's just a lot of work. But interestingly, it's ethical and sustainable. You know, the
Okay.
fashion industry is the second largest pollution causer in the world. And so now fashion lovers don't only buy beautiful stuff. They're concerned about where the
When to
fabric
buy
is
it
sourced from,
Okay.
who makes them. Behind the scenes, what goes on is as important as the beauty of the outfit coming.
itself.
So for Clatural, we are sustainable and we have zero waste
Hey.
tolerance policy.
I see. Okay, so you said your son. You had a son, and then
Right.
you're thinking that, no, I can't be doing all this traveling because of my son. So then it just clicked that let me just, why not just get a pharmacy like my shop? So I sit here, we're all here.
I've always had that in partnership. You know, as
Okay.
soon as I got my certificate, I've always had that.
You've
It's
always
in
had that.
partnership, yes. And so as I said, it's there. I still practice. I mean, that is there. But you know, I mean, that's the idea of multiple source of income.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean, being corporate, I learned that very early. You know, rich dad, poor. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, reading around all of those, you realize that, I mean, hey, to be able to make it and make it well, you don't rely on one source of
one
income.
source of
Exactly.
income.
So it's always been me. I mean, trying to do other
Okay.
things and all of that.
So,
So,
so
yes.
you've done Clatural for 5 years.
Yes.
Anybody can just walk into Clatural. Do you have like a specific target market?
Yes.
Or anybody? Is it for everybody?
Clatural is for everybody,
Right.
but not everybody can wear it. Reason is you need to be bold. You need to be daring. you know what I mean?
It's for the bold and beautiful.
Exactly.
Ah,
and
I see.
because I'm a plus size, I tend
Okay,
to be
okay.
oriented towards plus size people.
Thank
But
you.
that is
Thank
to
you.
say-
Thank you, eh? Tell them.
But
Tell
tell
them.
you what, when you go on our social media or on our
Okay.
website, you see the regular model size also being displayed. Yes, we have Clatural men and then Clatural for men, and then we have a Clatural woman as well.
Okay.
And in all of it, you see our signature design. You know,
Which
running
is
through.
the-
This is the
the
mesh.
mesh.
Yes, running
Even
through
for men?
everything. Yes, even for men. I mean,
Wow.
the whole idea is, like I said, when you see someone in Clatural, you should know that this is it.
This is coming from.
Exactly.
But you see, what you're wearing now, this is very unique. Okay. However, with this mesh, I know people have copied, if I should put it that way.
Right.
There are things that look like this. Not this nice and elegant though. So how would I know that this is Clatural and that's not?
You see, the design itself, as in this mesh, my grandmother had mesh in her blouse.
Oh, so that's why you picked it from.
It has always been there. Actually, to originate from Cote d'Ivoire, but nobody took it to this extent because it is so time consuming,
Yeah.
fabric consuming, and everything takes a lot of creativity that the maximum people could do was to do a cape with it.
I was just going to say that most of the
Exactly.
time is a cape or
Or they
some
just do a little
skirts,
bit
yeah.
around. So for you to know that it's Clatural, you would see that
I mean, the amount of work
the
that's gone
amount of work that is in it, yes,
Right.
it's not for the faint-hearted.
I know. It's funny. Because sewing for me is like rocket science.
Right.
Me, even just to tack something.
Right.
No. At all.
Yes.
So you train people?
No, we haven't started training yet.
Oh, really?
Yes, we haven't started training
Okay.
yet. Somewhere along the line it would come up, but for now, it's still building the brand, taking the brand in different areas, going beyond the shores, improving on our production.
Okay.
You know,
But have you done exports yet?
Yes, we do. I mean, we do DHL Express,
Oh,
so we
okay,
ship worldwide.
okay.
Exactly, we ship worldwide everywhere. We stock in some other countries, you know, like Nigeria.
okay.
Exactly. We're looking to go really beyond the shores of Ghana and do more magic and carry Ghana along with us.
You should. So
Yes.
so for now, so who helps?
I have
You have
workers.
staff?
Yes, I have staff. I have staff. You know, it's not easy to be an entrepreneur.
No.
One, in our part of the world, that is in Africa, specifically in Ghana, being a woman, being a mother, I mean, all comes in. And naturally, I'm a multi-potentialite. I do a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. And so, yes, but all of those things have really helped me. But, you know, it's very easy to buy Clatural. Our website is www.wearclatural.com.
Wearclatural.com. Okay, so do you still do? So you're still doing practicing pharmacy?
Yes, I'm still practicing.
What about your
pharmacy.
IT and
Yes.
your
So-
the transcription?
my transcription and all of that. Yes, I think that I do now. I'm no longer with the bank or with the UNDP. Yeah, so
okay.
I'm an external consultant. Every now and then, you
Oh,
know, when
okay.
there's some job that. Yes,
Requires
yes,
your
because you have your
expertise.
CV already in the system. They know your potential. They know what you can do. So every now and then, you know, you are contacted. There's this opportunity as an external consultant. Can you pick up and all of that? So
Okay.
where I think I can, I do. Yeah.
Going through your bio, I can see you're passionate about women, you know, do you have a passion for that? You know, to see women grow, or what is it? I want to pick your mind on that one.
Yes, I think my greatest satisfaction is impacting people positively, especially when it comes to women. And I'm saying that women because I'm a woman and I identify with our issues. Yes, I think that we are so powerful as women, and we are not aware of the power that we have. And for me, so it's about, you know, a change of mind, a change of thoughts about who you are and the endless opportunities and capabilities that you have as a woman. I know that for the first time in the history of the world, as a Christian, the only time God realized that he had made a mistake was when he said it was not good for a man to be alone, because he had created Adam and there wasn't a woman. So God actually recognizes that it is not good for a woman not to be around.
Oh, that's a good one. I know, right?
And for me, it stands to reason that, hey, a woman can make it alone, but it's impossible for a man to make it alone. A man will go up and it will take a tiny woman to bring you down.
Exactly.
As you see how when we lose our dads, our mothers are able to stay alone and still be healthy. But as soon as our mothers go,
mothers leave,
we don't, you know.
You should expect a stepmother soon.
And apart from that, the men, especially those who don't even want to marry again, it's never too well with them. I mean, you know, it gets to a point. I mean, if you see a 50, 60-year-old woman buying kinky, it's nothing. But see a 45-year-old man buying, and a year away. You know, certain things are...
They don't add up.
It doesn't add up. You understand? So, yes, I am for marriage, partnership, and all of that. But to tell you what, none of those things is what will make you who you are. Like, you know, it's being said on and running around on TikTok now. It's not what you're bringing to the table. You are the table. Exactly. So you pick it up from there. When you have that mindset, you know, beyond the sky is your limit. And of course, I'm a vertical being. I believe in God, and so he is my greatest source of strength.
But you see, how do you inspire, let's say, the youth of today? Because now everybody, I don't know what happened, but most people don't want to work. I mean, like, you're a woman, you've done so many things. You started from tech, you were selling kupa in London, barber shops, you know, you are going on holidays, you're coming back, you know, you're juggling all kinds of things, even when you were not like properly ready to work yet, if I should put it that way. But now, you know, you have a youth, everybody wants some quick cash. I don't know how that phase started, but, you know, like, people like you, you've done a lot, you know, and it's, I mean, it's clear, it's evident. Onini, she did it by herself. How do we impact or, you know, empower these, you know, these young people to know that, you know what, just do it by yourself and it works?
Right. I think that these days we are shifting a lot of focus on school. If you ask many parents, it's like, oh, and the syllabus and the teachers are not doing, but first and foremost, it starts from home. My mom was an educationist, and I saw her doing so many things. She would bake, she would be in a head mistress and all of that. She was doing a whole lot of side issues. I think I picked it from there. My dad was also, you know, a business person, so I picked stuff from there. You saw it, yes. So most of these traits, if you are not even born with it, as parents, we need to start to teach our kids, yes, you know, how to use your hands to turn things around you to make money. You know, the focus of most merchants in those days was to have their kids, especially the male ones, wear tie. So they never even introduced them to their jobs. It was go to school, go to school, go to school. But you see, why do we go to school? We go to school to learn to solve problems.
Right.
Period. So if you go to school and you come back and you can't solve problems, you won't make money. So solving problem doesn't mean that you went to school to learn how to plant trees. And so when a tree is falling, you should be able to put it back. And that's it. Yes, you can go and learn how to plant, but when you come back, you can fix ties. You can fix, yes, you can put, yes. We must be practical. What we learn in school is not life.
Yeah.
So I have this issue when people say that, listen, when we go abroad and we are in classroom with the white people, we even do better than them and all of that. Listen, life is not in classroom.
Exactly.
Other than that, all those with first degrees and they should be running.
They should be
running the world. But
to
to tell you what, I mean, we have dropouts doing so well. You understand? So life is not all about school. I am not here to condemn education. No,
Obviously
because me
not,
myself, you know, I hold a lot in between. When I even had to train people and all of that, I went to GIMPA to do HR. I mean, you can have more degrees than the thermometer,
had a
but
lot
it's
of
actually
benefits
what
from
you
school.
do with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't downplay school, but I think here we put so much emphasis on school. And also, we seek to have people without evidence to mentor us.
Yes.
I always say that, listen, success is a seed that you sow and it
And
germinates.
you have
You
to
know, there
see
should
it.
be evidence of someone's wisdom for you to go to the person for
Yeah,
mentorship.
not just go and read something and
Absolutely.
come and tell me about
You
it.
understand? So, I mean, yes. So that is where we need to encourage our youth to look at. It's not about you being pretty with the hair, your makeup, and everything on social media, and that virtual assumption of success, and then
Exactly.
you think that person should mentor you. Because that person may have nothing in terms of experience
Yes, with you.
in other areas to help shape you. So we have to encourage our kids to really look out for real mentors.
Thank you. I can't believe you have to go. But if you can just tell us, you know, like your number, how do we find you? Clatural, especially, because me, I'm coming there after the show.
Please do. Yes. Clatural on Facebook is Clatural. Clatural.
Okay.
And on Instagram at Clatural. Like I said, the website is whereclatural.com. Our number, which is the telephone number, and also our WhatsApp line, it's +233 244 230 531, and it's Clatural. Don't be surprised when you call, you text, and I am responding. That's something that people get so intrigued. They're like, you know, I have my schoolmates all over texting to say, please, I'm Clara's classmate. Can I have a number?
Like
And
I'm the
saying,
one on
"This
the
is
phone."
Clara. Exactly.
Okay, it's been interesting, but oh my God, we're gonna have to leave. I didn't want to leave Clara. We're gonna have to let Clara go, so unfortunately, but she has to go. She has Clatural to run, and you know, like we do it on this show, we are out of here.